that the supervisors generally agree?
I
All
disagree
five
with you.
supervisors, Tom, generally steer them?
To industrial property, yes.
Yeah, and just to add to that, I remember telling them, they came in at some point and said, this is the industrial property we're interested in. And at the time, it was a special exception, so our board had no say. We weren't in a position to approve it.
What board?
The Board of Supervisors, back then, that's why they went to special exception.
Then are you suggesting that he was a liar?
Especially.
No, we briefed this. The board couldn't say this is the place you should go because, number one, it didn't happen. They just suggested, if we told them it's an industrial use, find industrial property. I think that's what Tom was saying. When they did, we said the application doesn't come to us, it goes to the zoning hearing board. And then when they made application, the board fought it because based on what they wanted to do was different than what they had told
Well,
us.
I specifically remember Chris Rimkus standing in that back area over there. I was sitting on this side, and him saying repeatedly, but this is where you steered us, or this is where you sent us.
That was raised with the court and knocked down.
I can't help it, I was here. I know what happened.
27.
All special exemptions, whenever you have a special exemption application, it goes to your zoning hearing board. It doesn't go to the supervisors.
I guess the argument that I see is that there's no, one, there seems to be a fallacy, there's no levels of operation that they need to meet. I disagree with that. There's over 400 compressor stations in the state of Pennsylvania alone. There's 90, as of May of this year, there's 9,700 wells actively working. So my point is that they're being governed by our state, and I disagree that there's nothing out there that controls that. So, and the levels that they would deal with, and I was here when Mark West was in discussion with the supervisors, and there was standards they were trying to meet, and the supervisors were trying to exceed, and there was no measurable way of determining how that was going to work, and that was part of the problem I believe that's in this too. Is the zoning commission tried to do the same thing. The zoning board tried to enact levels that aren't attainable in real life. Therefore, they barred operation of this business improperly. And by not allowing it anywhere in the township was the underlying reason that they went to the industrial site. And I asked this question 2 months ago. Where would you put it in Cecil Township? And you can't exclude it.
I answered you in a heavy industrial.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You didn't have an answer.
No, look at that.
And you did not have an answer.
Heavy industrial.
You said that they had to make an application for you to make it, which is okay. I don't have a problem with that. But at this stage of the game, that that application under special exception should have been dealt with at the zoning board. But they didn't deal with it because of that. They dealt with it with levels that aren't attainable, or even worse than that, subjective conditions that were never going to be met.
Well, let me give you the standard that the zoning hearing board used, and then I'll let the next speaker go. The proposed facility would be of the same general character as other uses permitted in an I-1 light industrial district, and that its impact would be equal to or less than other permitted uses. And they
The court overruled that. They said that conclusion wasn't appropriate.
That's our standard. It's not the zoning hearing board. That's our standard in our ordinance.
I understand, but the court
The court put the burden, I believe,
concluded that was inappropriate.
not the standard. The court said that they met those. The court said that because they said that they met those standards.
I disagree.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not going to sit and argue. All I'm saying, that's not what I read. But let's back up. My point is, you have to do something to support this industry, and everybody was agreeing to that last time we talked. And I still don't. We still want to appeal a decision when we should be deciding where they need to go. That's safe and provides the safety that everybody's looking for. Because no offense, you brought up something about this train. That train has been there 80, 90, 100 years.
Spur's probably been there for, what, 5 or 6 years?
Spur's been there less than that.
What's Spur? But you're talking about the train that went through Cecil, that's Spur.
No, I just mentioned that Spur's been there.
Oh,
Yeah, the
I
Spur that
agree,
goes
but I mean,
to
the train, all I'm saying is, we have to focus on things I think we can accomplish in our lifetime.
Like with the
Moving the
train,
train is kind of an issue.
the train never crossed 50 before, so it has to blow its whistle now, and that was the difference. So why there's more noise along those lines as well. That's in the last couple of years.
Oh, it used to cross, but it was going to a railroad.
Well, right, but that, how many years ago was that?
It was within my lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, but you're talking decades, townships are different.
Hey, I don't want to act like I'm getting safe. All I'm saying is, we have to have an objective we're going to get to before we die. I mean, that just seems like, something, I don't know, but that just seems like we're reaching at best.
Okay, thank you, Mike, for your comment.